State of New York, Cayuga County, on the 18th day of September 1832, personally appeared in open court before the Court of the Common Pleas in and for the County of Cayuga and State of New York. Now setting, Benjamin Stanton, a resident of Sempronius in the County of Cayuga and State of New York, aged 70 years, who being duly sworn, according to law, doth on his oath make the following declaration in order to obtain the benefit of the Act of Congress, passed June 7, 1832. That he entered the service under the following named officers and served as herein stated. That on the 1st of June 1776 at the town of Rochester, in the county of Ulster, in the state of New York, he entered the service of the United States in the company of militia commanded by Captain John Hosbrook in Colonel Hardenbaugh's regiment. That he marched with said company to New York where he was stationed until said place was evacuated by the American troops, from New York to Kingsbridge, from thence to the White Plains where he was discharged, as he believes that his term of service was 5 months. He further declares that about the month of January or February 1777, he again entered said service at Rochester aforesaid in the company of Captain Benjamin Courtwright in the regiment commanded by Major Canteen, as he believes that he marched with said company to the state of New Jersey, to Hackensack and other places, that he continued in said service for a term of 2 months. He further declares that he again entered said service in the month of April 1777, at Rochester aforesaid in the company of militia commanded by Captain Thomas Hardenbugh in Colonel Levi Pauling's regiment for a term of 4 months. That he marched with said company to Fort Clinton in the Hudson River, where he was stationed during said term that he served, the whole of said term of 4 months. He further declares that about the 10th of August 1777, he again entered said service in the company commanded by Captain Benjamin Courtwright in Colonel Graham's regiment for a term of 3 months. That he marched with said company to Albany, from thence to Van Shake's Island where he joined the United States Army under General Horatio Gates, from thence to Stillwater, and was stationed at Bemis Heights at the time of the capture of General Burgoyne, that he continued to serve for a term of 3 months. He further declares that in the spring of the year 1778, he enlisted at Rochester aforesaid into the company of state troops, Continental troops commanded by Captain Lounsbury in Colonel Philip Cortland's regiment for a term of 9 months. That he joined said regiment at Valley Forge and marched from there to Stony Point, thence to White Plains, that his winter quarters were at Rochester aforesaid, where he was discharged at the expiration of said term of 9 months, that he received a regular discharge from said 9 months' service, but has lost the same. He further declares that after the close of said last-mentioned service he removed to the county of Dutchess. That while there before the close of the war, he was in said service for about 6 months or more, that he was out in 3 terms, that the names of his officers he does not remember, and that he has no proof of said last-mentioned services. He hereby relinquishes every claim to an annuity or pension except the present and declares that his name is not on the pension roll of any state or territory. Signed, Asahel Fitch, Judge, and Benjamin Stanton. A letter on file in the Revolutionary War Archives, dated February 23, 1927, from Winfield Scott, Commissioner of Pensions, and addressed to Mrs. Paul Knight of Crown Point, Indiana, states the following.
I have to advise you that from the papers in the Revolutionary War Pension Claim 1506, it appears that Benjamin Stanton, while a resident of Ulster County, New York, enlisted at Rochester in said county, June 1, 1776, and served 5 months in Captain John Hasbrook's company, Colonel Hardenbaugh's New York regiment. He enlisted about February 1, 1777, and served 2 months in Captain Benjamin Courtwright's company under Major John Canteen in the New York troops. He enlisted in April 1777 and served 4 months in Captain Johannes Hardenbaugh's company, Colonel Levi Pauling's New York regiment. He enlisted August 10, 1777 and served 3 months in Benjamin Courtwright's company, Colonel Graham's New York regiment, and was at the capture of Burgoyne. He enlisted in spring of 1778 and served 9 months in Captain Lounsbury's company, Colonel Philip Van Cortlandt's New York regiment. In 1779, he moved to Dutchess County, New York, and served 3 tours amounting to 6 months or more, a part of which was under Captain Thomas McKinstry and Colonel Livingston in the New York troops. He was allowed pension on his application executed September 18, 1832, while a resident of Sempronius, Cayuga County, New York, aged 76 years. He died May 10, 1838. Soldier married June 29, 1797, in Bristol, Schoharie County, New York, Sarah, whose maiden name is not given. She was his second wife, name of first wife not stated. Soldier's widow Sarah was allowed pension on her application executed November 14, 1848, while a resident of Moravia, Cayuga County, New York, aged 79 years. The following are the names of Soldier's children by his first wife. Abigail, born March 26, 1784, John, born September 12, 1785, Polly, born June 7, 1787, Nathaniel, born February 16, 1789, Elizabeth, born September 1, 1791, twins Joseph and Hannah, born June 29, 1793, and Martha, born July 17, 1795. Children of the soldier and his wife Sarah, Parthenia, born June 27, 1798, Rufus, born March 7, 1800, Benjamin, born January 21, 1802, and Nathaniel, born April 17, 1807. The history herewith furnished you is that of the only soldier by that name found in the Revolutionary War records of this Bureau. Respectfully, Winfield Scott, Commissioner.